Thomas. He hooked my sound system up so I can yell and it don't be distorted. I can yell because of Norval Thomas. Peace and love, family. Let's go. Yeah. Black mind, what's up?
The winners, the losers, the clock, the calendar.
What's up?
Victory is assured, but the time is now. It's a letter to the grand chiefs, a message to the few. Made a will of the law, got the access that you do. This is the job of the bomb tech. Careful what you do. Next, no failure for the human soul made a force with the choose. You entered the grand test. Resembles the Rex Letters of the MST of favor, still perfect. Gotta put this back together, but with no corrects. No adjustments, and we got no time left.
If y'all see Anderson Bey, that's my man. Tell him I said Islam. Let's go.
Love may manifest. All light is a feather in your chest. Skin infiltrators and forever no rest. This line is for the members. It's past time to surrender. There's no.
I'm gonna stop yelling. But if y'all see Victor Carter, tell him I say peace and love. I want to be your friend.
Get your boots tied more. Get your minds to remember. Set your soul on fire. It's a double-edged war.
I gotta stop yelling though.
Teach one or more. Flame on, holy seal, cause victory is sure. Put your hands on, we working towards excellent rewards. Earn yours. Finally, a message to the man in the mirror. Purity is a must. I can't put it any clearer. You lose your blood, then get caught up in fear.
That's right.
Be sincere, don't get left down here. Defeat lust, don't stare. You're near, feel it in the air. Beat the clock like a stopwatch. This is the year. Stop watching and fight for the throne. We're almost there. God, one aim, one destiny.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
We be now walls.
Class in session, Eric. Class in session. Nasir. We're going to keep that to ourselves. Don't you be going telling people about my comrade, Anderson Bey. He's on post. He's working for the Moorish Science Temple of America and Moorish World TV. He's on post. Leave him alone. Shout out to Nasir. Peace and love to my personal vanguard, him and Anderson Bey. Let's go.
Dogs and the planet, the cock to the cloud, the lion to the lamb, the mother to the child.
Let's
the winners,
go.
the losers, the clock, the calendar, the dial.
Yeah.
Victory is assured, but the time is now.
It sounds like the theme music when it's wartime. And I must confess, I got a war mind. I'm fighting hatred, slander, lewdness.
Let's go.
I'm fighting disrespect. I'm fighting rudeness. I'm fighting murders. I'm fighting thefts. I'm fighting shit I go right when they go left. Am I a rebel? Eternal devil. David slew Goliath. I need those pebbles. Give me that same shot. Give me one shot. 95 quarter. I feel like Mike. This is the unit of your life. You read chapter 3.
Wars on the moon. Let's go.
One destiny.
Here we go, family. First and foremost, I rise, giving praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. We know some people see God under different names and different titles, different terminologies and different understandings, but we in the Moorish Science Temple of America and Moorish World TV, we refer to the Almighty Creator, Invincible, the causeless cause, the rootless root from which all things have grown. We refer to the entity that woke you up today, that gave you a heart that you don't have to plug in, that gave you some lungs that don't have to deflate and inflate and plug it in and pump it up with an air pump. You ain't got to take it to the gas station with a quarter and pump your lungs up. They just do what they do. You understand what I'm saying? We follow the incomprehensible God. And we, in the Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish World TV, we refer to that God as Allah. But you may refer to Almighty God under a different title. It's okay. He is the causeless cause and the rootless root from which all things have grown. Period, point, blank. Woo! This is a tough topic here. So let me first, I'm worked up. I've been waiting all day for this one. Get it together. Let me give honor. Hey, man, y'all got to talk to Navon about this yelling thing. He didn't hook my mics up. I can yell all night now, and it won't get distorted. Unless I might have to turn something down. Anyway, I give honor to the noble, illustrious prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Let me explain something. Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I'm doing something right now. This title on this platform tonight is called Homosexuality and Same-Sex Marriage from a Moorish Science Point of View. I didn't say the Moorish Science Temple of America. I did not say anything, grand body this, grand body that. I didn't say none of that. I say from a Moorish Science point of view. This is Taharka Bey's point of view. As we say in Baltimore, Maryland, in my temple branch, Temple 19, subordinate Temple 13, under the leadership of D. Belial, we say it's a custom that if I say anything wrong, let that be on me. If I mislead somebody, let that be on me. Let's not let that fall on Noble Drew Ali. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying as something bad and evil and attribute it to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He is a prophet. And prophets do not come from a lower vibration. So if I seem tonight to come from a lower vibration, I want y'all in the audience to pick me up, because that's not the intent of this. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches us that we must learn to love instead of hate, and that love is the savior of the world. And there is no other savior of the world outside of love. So first we have to have a love for self. We have to have a love for one another. And first and foremost before all that, we must have a love for our Creator. So again, if I say something that appears to be of a lower vibration, that's me. That's Taharka Bey. That ain't no Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because he don't represent that. All right? Let's get that straight. Give honor to the prophet. Because if it wasn't for Prophet Noble Drew Ali, there wouldn't be no me. Or if it'll be a me that you wouldn't want to see. You can trust that. If it wasn't for Prophet Noble Drew Ali, you will witness a me that you don't want to see. So we give honor to the prophet. And I know it's a lot of people in the audience feel the same way. If it wasn't for Prophet Noble Drew Ali, there would be somewhere else doing something else that probably you really didn't want to hear about. So we're going to keep it like that. So now let's go into the topic. This topic here is called Homosexuality and Same-Sex Marriage from a Moorish Science point of view. Brother Taharka Bey. Now, when I post this on Facebook today, I've been thinking about this for a few days now, almost a week. And I'm like, man, hold up, man. Everybody wants to talk about these topics, right? But we talk about the same topic. You go on any Moorish American platform, whether it be civics, or whether it be temple, or whether it be something that deals with economics. It's like that old song from Brownstone. Before, you know what I mean? But then the sensitive topics, don't nobody want to touch. So I put up a flyer today. Now, these are make-believe stick figure type people with two fezzes on, and they appear to be holding hands. And two imaginative stick figure type of people with some turbans on, like emoji type demonstration. Man, people losing their mind. Don't you put that up there. What you doing, Mo? What is wrong with y'all? What's going on that I cannot create a stick figure to promote the idea of a show so I can get your attention, so I can teach you about more science? And if you already know and you're a mastermind, go step out the chat. You already know. You don't need to know about this stuff. You're a mastermind. All you masterminds that didn't want to see the two stick figure male type of figures with two fezzes on, or the two females with the turban look like they're getting married, the make-believe stuff. If you couldn't take that because you're a mastermind, you already conquered these things. You know what I mean? You done seen it all. This is for the people that might be struggling with it. This is for the people that may not understand the teachers. This is for the people that feel as though that the teachers have not touched on these things. This is for the people that may be interested in wondering what is the Moorish science perspective. This for them people. So all you masterminds, go step out right now. I'm gonna give you a little time. All right, I'm gonna give you a little time. All you masterminds, go step out, because this ain't for you. You got all worked up when you seen the little stick figures with theirs is on. You got all worked up. So y'all go step out now. Go ahead. Black Fire, they went crazy on Facebook about the post. They went crazy. I don't know if they hiding something or not. I don't know. That ain't my business. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. Ain't none of my business. What my business is to teach more science and teach it in a purest form. So I post this on Facebook and up jumped the boogie. My uncle used to say that. I got a couple uncles, right? They like drink that sauce sometimes. And every once in a while, they say some little stuff like up jumped the boogie. Oh, my cousin Frankie. I had a cousin named Frankie. That's another story. That's a long time ago. Anyway, up jumped the boogie. A sister chimes in. And she has been a Moorish American for quite some time. And she actually said I can mention her. Shout out to the sister for giving me the ability to do the show Uncut and even mentioning her, because I want to do the show Uncut. But this sister, no need for names and all that. I might get to that later. I can't remember anyway. Anyway, don't worry about it. But the sister said that she has been a lesbian for quite some time. And she has been in the Moorish Science Temple of America for quite some time. And so at that point, I don't debate these things. That's one thing about Taharka Bey. I'm not going to debate these things. I want to say one thing again. I'm not a scholar. I can't debate you on everything. I know what the prophet bought. I think I know the plan of the ages. The prophet say he comes with a plan of the ages. I think I didn't scratch the surface to understand what the plan of the ages is. Anyway, my bad. I get sidetracked sometimes. Anyway, look. So I post the article about the show tonight, and everybody went crazy. It was a Rasta brother. He said, where y'all post that for? That was his post say. He ain't said it. Where y'all post that for? Y'all post about the boy. What you talking about? That what he say. That's what he said. Like he was angry because I want to address the issue at hand. So here we go. What do the Moorish American feel about homosexuality? And I'm going to let some people call in a few. But let me later outline. Let me outline this. First of all, remember, this is Brother Taharka Bey. All right? Now, from a Moorish science perspective, Moorish science is a natural, if you want to call religion. It's a religion that's predicated upon nature and balance. I'll read something to you where the prophet tells you what is Islam. We're going to get through this. What is Islam? Prophet Obadiah teaches us in the Moorish literature pamphlet, he teaches us about Islam. Now, when you read this, right, you have to remember when prophet is talking about what is Islam, he's not talking about Arabism. He's talking about principles here. So hear me out. He said, Islam is a very simple faith. It requires man to recognize his duty towards God, Allah, his creator, and his fellow creatures. It teaches the supreme duty of living at peace. You hear it? Living at peace with one's surrounding. It is preeminently the religion of peace. Islam means peace. The goal of man's life, according to Islam, is peace with everything. Peace with Allah and peace with man. So I'm saying that to say we're not doing this to cause any confusion, because we're about peace. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, tells us that the final abode of man is the house of peace, where no vain word or sinful discourse will be heard. The Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali says that a follower of Islam in the true sense of the word is one whose hands, tongue, and thoughts do not hurt others. Object of man's life, according to Islam, is complete unfoldment. Let's stop right there. The object for man's life is complete unfoldment. Unfoldment to what? To perfection of its kind. So if you were created a man or a woman, you must unfold. That's the object of us here on earth, to unfold to the perfection of your kind. Anything less than that is going to be a roadblock in your development. In other words, if you don't understand that you are put on earth to gain perfection of your kind, you're going to make pit stops, you're going to make errors, absolutely. But if you know why you're here, then you know why the challenges was put in front of you. You feel me? So, this where we at. This where we at, Exam Bay. We're talking about man was put on earth. Man and female was put here for the complete unfoldment of their kind. You follow me? So, because we was here for complete unfoldment, we have to ask ourselves, what is the duty of a woman here on earth? What is the duty of a man? The prophet put it in simple terms in the Holy Koran of the Moorish Temple of America. We have chapter, it says duty of a husband, marriage instructions. So let's get straight to the question. What does it mean? Can a person be a homosexual? I said it. Can a person be a homosexual and be a Moorish American Muslim? The question is absolutely, emphatically no. Let me tell you why. The reason why a person cannot be a practicing homosexual and a Moorish American Muslim is because when you acknowledge that you are Muslim, you acknowledge that you have work to do and you need to unfold. And when a soldier never knows his strength till he meets his foe. So if you have that foe in front of you, where you got a loose passion for, if you was a heterosexual, you got a loose passion for women. You know what I mean? You got a loose passion for drugs. You know what I mean? You got a loose passion for that sauce. You got a loose passion for all types of things. And if you are a homosexual, you have a loose passion for the same sex. At some point, you got to understand that these are the challenges that you have been given for you to overcome. At some point, you have to understand that these things were put in your life so you can develop some strength. Thought is developed by the exercise of strength, so you can develop some thought. So a person finds themselves for some whatever reason. I'm not debating why. I just know that God created man and woman. And if you don't believe that, if you're not of the Moorish science persuasion, or if you're not of the religious persuasion in the audience of any kind, that man and woman was engineered as a puzzle to go together. You can't deny that. No one can deny that. They were engineered. Women have, them breast things for the babies. Y'all like them. Don't be playing. You know what I mean? They're for the babies. That's engineered. Man, this is, the prophets say, if you wish to understand the omnipotence of Allah, contemplate thy frame. Today we're going to contemplate thine frame. We're going to contemplate thine frame. What are them breasts for? What are they for? Not saying what you use them for. What are they for? Huh? What are they for? We know what they for. Let's stop acting crazy. You know what I mean? And I said, I'm trying to keep it clean. I said, I'm a Moorish American Muslim. I'm trying to keep it clean. What are they for? Let's be honest. What is a woman download privates for? Not saying what are they used for. What is it for? If you don't believe in God, why did nature create this? Why? What is the download male privates for? They fit like a puzzle. So we can get out of the speculation that God or nature made a mistake. God and nature did not make a mistake. God and nature did not make a mistake. Now, if you find yourself in the state of mind where you are in reverse, opposite of nature, you have been met with the challenge to overcome something to develop the best in you. Are you up for the challenge? Let me show you what it says in the Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, chapter 1. It says chapter 1. No, this is not even chapter 1. I'm not astaghfirullah. This is chapter 1, creation of the fall of man. It's a perfected man. Remember the Prophet Noble Drew Ali say that we must unfold. Now this says in chapter 1, perfected man, not perfect man, perfected man, the past tense. Perfected man must pass through all the ways of life. As we go down, it comes and show you that perfected man must pass through all the ways of life. And so carnal is full manifest, a nature that sprang forth from fleshly things. There's a nature that springs forth from fleshly things. Without a foe, a soldier never knows his strength, and thought must be developed by the exercise of strength. What does that mean? That means everybody here on the plane of things made manifest that we call earth. Everybody here have challenges in front of them. Some of them are social. Some of them could be psychological. Some of them could be physical. But all of us have challenges that are put in front of us so we can develop to the preferred perfection of our kind, which is human beings. So the problem is this. If you find yourself with those homosexual tendencies, first of all, know that this is put into your life for you to overcome, not for you to revel in. It is what it is. This is nature. Nature. Now those that want to say that, well, hold on. I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying, brother Taharka Bey. But isn't love, like love, love has nothing to do with a physical thing. If love is the savior of the world, isn't it true that a law binds two hearts? You see what I'm saying? Well, a law binds two hearts. That's not a physical thing. If that was the case, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and I'm talking to those who subscribe to the Moorish Science Temple of America, the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. If that was the case, why would the Prophet put in marriage instructions for man and wife? Why? Why? if it's okay to be gay, homosexual, why would the prophet put marriage instructions for man and wife? And we're going to answer that in a minute, but I want to read it to you first. First of all, he put in a couple chapters. One of the chapters, he said, is called A Duty of a Husband. Chapter 22. And it says, take unto thyself a wife. Duty of a husband. A husband is a man, one who take care of something. Take unto thyself a wife. Off the break. We could kill having some desire for the same sex right there. The Prophet Noble Ali says, take unto thyself a wife. Not only do he say that, he goes a step further. Let me put it to your face. See if you can see that. He goes a step further and says, take unto thyself a wife and obey the ordinance of Allah. That's what he say. So I'm talking to those who subscribe to the teachings of the Moorish Science Temple of America now. Take unto thyself a wife and obey the ordinance of Allah. Right after that chapter, no. Let's go before that chapter. He talks about the marriage instructions. And I love this one. This one sounds like poetry. Y'all work with me. Marriage instructions for man and wife. Y'all with me? Marriage instructions for man and wife. But listen to this. It says, give ear. Look. Give ear. Give ear. Fair daughter of love. Good goodness. I feel like Rep Chickfoot right now. I feel like preaching this one. It's a good one right here. Watch the prophet. Watch him work. I'm saying I feel like preaching this one. He says, give ear of love to the instructions of prudence, and let the precepts of truth sink deep in thy heart. So shall the charms of thy mind add luster to the elegance of thy form. Good goodness of gracious. The Prophet Noble Ali said, so shall the charms of thy mind add luster to the elegance of thy form. Good goodness of grace. We're talking about a sharp sister right here. Then what he say to her? Then what he say? Work with me. Then what he say? So shall the charms of thy mind add luster to the elegance of thy form, and thy beauty, like the rose it resemblance, shall retain its sweetness when the bloom is withered. Remember, this is marriage instruction for man and wife. The Prophet Noble Ali say, if you get a woman with a sharp mind, like a rose, she resembles that beautiful form. When that beautiful form may not look like she did when she was 20. Woo! Like a rose of resemblance shall retain its sweetness when the bloom is withered. Come on, man. See, the prophet trying to put you on to something. He's trying to say, you want to get yourself a sharp sister. That when the body has withered a little bit, has aged a little bit, you need to get yourself one that the mind can add luster to the elegance of the form. Come on, Morris, talk to me. War ready, what's up, my brother? We teaching tonight, war ready. So the prophet said, in the spring of thy youth, he is teaching a woman how to seek out a good man. Y'all with me? He said, in the spring of thy youth. If y'all sisters in the chat, listen to me. When the prophet is talking about the spring of thy youth, you may be in the spring of thy youth when you enter into the cipher of the Moorish Temple of America. You know what I'm saying? You might be in the spring of thy youth when you at your rebirth of entering to the Moorish Temple of America. But listen real good. In the spring of thy youth, in the morning of thy days, when the eyes of men gaze upon thee with delight, and nature whisper in thy ear the meaning of their looks, hear with caution their seducing words, guard well thy heart, nor listen to that soft persuasion. The prophet is talking about how women can be persuaded by weak men. How do I know that? Because the prophet said, remember, thou art man's reasonable companion, not a slave to his passion. The end of thy being is not merely to gratify his loose desire, but to assist him in the tools of life, to soothe his heart with thy tenderness, and recompense his care with soft endearments. Man, this is talking about love between a man and a woman. This ain't talking about no freaky dicky nonsense. Come on, Moors. Now, to my sister that says that she has been a lesbian for some time, I get it. I get it. But I gotta say that, is that the way to go? See, the thing is, we cannot fix something if we don't understand the thing. Why do you feel this way? I'm gonna tell you something. Let's break it down. I hope y'all with me. This is a Moorish class here. I hope y'all can get something out this. If you're not a Moorish American, you should be, because Moorish Science Temple of America teachers are universal. So you should be. But let me tell you something. The reason why things get out of hand, is because people don't understand the soul. People don't understand how the soul works. First of all, you have to understand how the soul works. Let me tell you something. Not until right here, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, 1913 AD, 1926, with this Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America divinely prepared, he know exactly what you need to unravel this nonsense in your life. Not until this, you didn't know how the soul worked. Unless you entered into the chambers of Egypt. Unless you was an initiate. Well, I'm going to initiate you tonight. I'm going to tell you how the soul works. You know what I mean? We're going to make your soul glow. We're going to give you some soul food. Tonight, we're going to give you some real soul food. So here we go. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali instructs us why we do the things we do. Let's go. The holy instructions from the prophet, the soul of man. Y'all ain't heard nothing like this unless you enter the Moorish Science Temple of America. It says, the blessing, O man. And let me say this. Man is interchangeable. Woe man is the same thing in this context. Remember context, people. This is not no male chauvinistic doctrine. Remember context. All right, let's go. The blessing, oh man, of thy external part is health. The blessing for your physical body is health. Vigor and proportion. The greatest of these is health. Take care of yourself. What health is, listen to me. I want y'all to listen to me, family. What health is to the body, even that is honesty to the soul. In other words, what health is to your body, that is the same effect that honesty is or have on the soul. Work with me, family. Walk with me. Walk with me. It said that thou has a soul is of all knowledge, the most certain of all truth, most plain unto thee. Be meek, be grateful for it. Seek not to know it perfectly. Walk with me, family. I'm taking you somewhere. For it is inscrutable. Seek not to know it perfectly. It is inscrutable. Thinking, understanding, reasoning, willing. Call not these the soul. They are its actions, but they are not its essence. Now, I'm going to turn a little bit, and I'm going to get to the part where I'm going to show you how your soul can manifest in such a way, and it can get out of hand if you allow it. Now, follow me. First of all, verse 5, it says, search it by its faculties. What do the soul do? First, you got to understand what the soul does. Thinking, reasoning, willing, understanding. Remember that. Search it by its faculties. Know it by its virtues. Know the soul by its virtues. Virtuous. It's good deeds. It's good things about the soul. Know it by that. They are more in number than the hairs of thy head. The stars of heaven cannot be numbered with them. What this is saying is that the soul works in such a way that you must pay attention and see which way it's going. Walk with me. I'm going to tell you why. Walk with me. The prophet says, think not with Arabia that one soul is apparted among all men. Neither believe thou with the sons of Egypt that every man has many. Know that as thy heart, also the soul is one. Walk with me, because here we go. I'm getting to my point. Do not the sun harden the clay? Do not it also soften the wax? As it's one sun that worketh both, even so one soul willeth contraries. Now here we go. This is how the soul works. The soul works very simple. What I just read to you, the sun can harden the clay and it can soften the wax. So does the soul work contrary. The soul works very simple. It works like this. What you put in is what you get out. So the prophet Obadiah said, keep thy passions within the bounds of righteousness. Keep thy passion within the bounds of righteousness. Because if you don't, you're going to put certain ideas, certain theories, certain ideals into your soul, and your soul will act. Your soul will act on it. So if you have found yourself having crazy thoughts, you strike them off. We learned in one of the chapters that we use the axe to knock off these naughty parts. What you put in your soul, it will direct your flesh. So if you're looking at some porn and you get all bent out of shape, you are putting this in your soul. Now your soul will guide you in the direction of what you just put in your soul. Then on the flip side, say if you put an unadulterated truth in your soul, guess what your soul will do? It will take you to the part of the part of your life where it will seek to discover more truth. But hold up. Just because you woke up today or 5 years ago does not mean that. It doesn't mean that, okay, you didn't woke up today and now you didn't read a couple pages of truth. Now you didn't turn yourself around. Do you remember that you just put 30 years of foolishness in your soul? You don't remember that? So now we got to do the reverse. We got to put unadulterated truth in our soul. If we want to turn this around, we have to put unadulterated truth in our soul. Because whatever we put in our soul, it will direct our flesh. And it will control our life. So, as it go down and say, she is immortal. She is unchangeable. She is alike in all. That means the way she works in me, she works in a female. The way the soul works in me, she works in my brother. The way the soul works in me, it works in my mother. The way the soul works in me, it works to all humanity, whether European, Asiatic, all alike. This is why on the temple of Kemet, it say know thyself. Because once you know yourself, you know the next person. You know what they're going through. So when we look at somebody that's going through the lifestyle of being a homosexual, when you understand how the soul works, you know what they're going through. And that's why we can't condemn, because we understand that we are sent here to gain perfection. And that their journey is their journey. Your journey is your journey. But now if they want assistance, explain to them how the soul works. When you explain to them how the soul works, and they outside of the natural balance of things, maybe they will subscribe and try to work on that. See, in the church, they call it demons. But see, in the Moorish Temple of America, we don't demonize that. We just call it the lower self. But more importantly, we say that we are control of it. We are control of it. See, nobody controls us. There's not a demon. There's not something in some far off place. We are control of it. All we got to do is learn to think. The Prophet Obadiah said, if I teach you to think, I can teach you to save yourself. So think. You are the ones that make the decision of when your mind is infiltrated with a lower vibration type of thought. You are the one to make the decision. You feel me? So the problem is not so much the act. Our prophet teaches us that the sin lies in the thought and the wish. It's not in the act. The act is the byproduct of the thought. Change your thinking, you'll change your actions. Let's go. You'll change your actions. But guess what? Not many people are up to the challenge because they don't know what the benefits are on the other side. See, if a person been living a homosexual life for so long, they wouldn't know the benefits of the other side. You know what I'm saying? And so we learn about our brother Jesus. He said when the workers, they was working in the field and they was working so hard, they said, oh, all we know is to work and then to die. Jesus said, don't you know it's another side of life? Don't you know it's another side of life? See, we as the Moorish American Muslims, we're supposed to teach people the other side of life. You feel me? I mean, we are supposed to teach people the other side of life. Period, point blank. Are you ready to teach people the other side of life? Because that's what we're supposed to do. Not to condemn, not to criticize. We're supposed to say, listen, this is what you're going through. Let me explain. No, I ain't never been no homosexual, but I got my own challenges. I mean, hey, back in the day, I'm telling you, I thought I was a boss. I thought I was the man. I used to like that old no good sauce, right? I mean, drinks. I used to like hang out, Hennessy, all that. That's just back in the day. You know what I mean? I used to have a good time. But it was a challenge for me. It was a challenge for me because Conrad, peace out, my brother. It was a challenge for me because I thought drinking Hennessy was slick. I thought ENJVSOP was slick. So it was a challenge for me to overcome that. You know what I mean? Fresh old Newport. A fresh old Newport. But that was my challenge. You know what I mean? That was my challenge. Damn. Hey, Anson Bay, I used to drink that old sauce, man. I'd be in the club like, hey. I thought I was slick as 13 cans of oil, man. I thought I was as slick as 13 cans of mobile oil, man. I was back there chilling. But that was my challenge. I never had the challenge of the women. Some people have challenge of women. My challenge was that sauce without. And I just like to put them hands on people. Oh, I put them hands on you in a minute. Back in the day, way back. But that was my challenge. But listen, everybody in the chat has a challenge. What is your challenge? But that challenge that is in front of you are put in front of you for you to overcome, not for you to dwell in. You could be in a bad relationship. You could be a hangout demon, just on a proud trolling for the females, you know. It is what it is. And man, it is what it is, man. I gotta tell the truth, man. You know what I mean? We all have challenges. And homosexuality is no different. It's a challenge for that person. But if you have entered the circumference of the Moorish Temple of America, then you must understand that it's a challenge. It's not your lifestyle. It's your challenge. It's your challenge that you must overcome. Are you willing to overcome it? It's up to you. Don't play with it. Remember, what you put in your soul is what you're going to get out. So don't play with it and justify talking about a law buying two hearts and corrupt something holy and divine. Don't do that. Just say, you know what? I get it. I ain't ready to work on that yet, but I get it. Maybe I'm ready to work on it later. And that's for those who are in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Period, point blank. You know what I mean? Period, point blank. Now, what we going to do is, I'm enjoying this conversation. Now, so when we dealing with homosexuality in the Moorish Science Temple of America, it's unacceptable practice. But guess what? You can be a homosexual and join the Moorish Science Temple of America, but you must conquer your foes. You don't join the Moorish Science Temple of America if you're a female looking for a woman, or if you're a man looking for a man. You say, man, I'm turning my life around. We must learn to love instead of hate. You know what I mean? We must learn to love instead of hate. I'm turning my life around, period, point blank. And that's what we must do. If you're willing to do that, then man, look, man, you're supposed to just come on and join the Moorish Science Temple of America. Stop them old crazy ways. Study your lessons. Get strong in your lessons and get right. Get strong in your lessons and get right. Because at the end of the day, guess what? We're teaching this from a Moorish Science Temple perspective. We're teaching from a Prophet Obadiah Ali perspective. But guess what? This is man's journey, and this journey has nothing to do with being simply Moorish. This is man's journey, whether you're European, Asiatic, Chinese, Russian, French, wherever you're from. This is man's journey. Man's journey is here to gain perfection. And it doesn't matter what nationality you are. We just talk about nationality because ours was stripped from us in 1774. Ours was stripped from us legally. So we mix nationality with divine principle and divine creed. You see? So the thing is that we talk about nationality because we are the founders of civilization. You know, so it has nothing to do with being Moorish. It's a universal principle that you must overcome the foes that you are dealt in this lifetime. And if you want to live in them, you want to dwell in them, you ain't going nowhere. You will be challenged over and over and over again. You will be on a hamster wheel for eternity. Period, point blank. If you want to be on a hamster wheel for eternity, don't go through the door when a law guard open it for you. Stay stuck, and you'll be on a hamster wheel for eternity. But if you want to get off the hamster wheel and you want to carry on your journey, when you know a law opened the door for you, go on through. Stop getting caught up in these old crazy things. Go on through. So, same-sex marriage, legally, you can do what you want. This is America. They say anything goes. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, man, come on, you got to scratch that. You got to scratch that. We got holy instructions for man and wife. You got to scratch that. You know what I mean? So you can scratch that. But what we going to do, we're going to get my, don't worry about that. Anyway, I'm trying to put this number in. Y'all know, Anderson Bay said I'm telling my age because I'd say sauce and things like that. But don't worry about that. So we're going to get this number. Let's get this number up in here. And anybody that wants to get up here, that's right, Moorish Hot. The homosexuals, and I'm saying homosexuals, but that's just only the term I know. That's just generally speaking. I know generality of men are ignorant, but that's generally speaking. Homosexuals are into mysticism because they don't want to take responsibility for the physical part of their nature. So they say we are spiritual beings, and the physical don't matter. It don't matter. The physical part don't matter. Well, let me tell you, you are spirit and you're physical, carnal. And you got a soul. Mind, body, soul. Every part matters. Every part matters. If one is out of tune, the other two will be lagging along. If the spirit ain't right, the spirit is perfect and holy. So if the soul ain't right, if the physical ain't right, you're going to be lagging behind. You're going to be on the hamster wheel of life. Period, point blank. You know what I mean? Let me throw this number in here. I know somebody got something they want to say to me, and they might want to get on me real quick, because some people like get on me. You know how people do. They want to take my head off sometime. But anyway, we're going to put this number in here so they can go ahead and get busy, and we're going to see what they got to say. So here's the number right here, and I'm putting it in 45. Let me tell you, while I'm putting this number in, I'm going to put in here, man, listen, I'm taking the show on the road. And as I always say, I hope y'all can support. I appreciate brothers like Comrade. He be throwing $10 here, $10 there up in the account. I see you, brother. I appreciate Love Nelson. Dawn Wright. She tried to sneak it in with I think her grandchildren or somebody, but I seen it, Dawn Wright. I appreciate it. I seen it, and I knew you was connected to it because they probably don't have a computer and everything show up. So how you gonna hide that? Anyway, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I appreciate my brother Moorish, and I appreciate all those who have contributed to the Moorish World TV Moorish World TV tour fund that we can go on tour. And a brother told me the other day, man, and with all these followers I got up on here, if everybody put $20 in, shoot, I'd be off and at them. I'd be in Florida right now demonstrating. I ain't gotta wait till the spring. You know what I mean? Yeah. Darn right, Ill, I appreciate it. Ain't no. Remy D, I appreciate you. I see you all the time, But let's do this. We know that y'all want to call in, so call on in, whoever got something to say. But let's do this. While I'm waiting on that, I want to read this. Let's go back to this. One of my favorite chapters of the Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I don't want nobody leave this chat. Hey, Nasir, Moorish Hawk, I want y'all to hold people hostage in the chat. That's figurative language right there. Figurative language. I want to share with y'all one of my favorite chapters. And it goes with what we're talking about tonight. This is called Duty of a Husband. And I was about to read it earlier, but I want y'all to listen. Fellas, Moors, sympathizers, etc. I want y'all to listen to this. I'm going to paint a picture. It says this, duty of a husband. Man, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a prophet true indeed. He will tell you how to find the perfect woman. And always remember, the perfect woman is only the one that you're able to tolerate, because they're going to bring some stuff with them. But you got to be able to tolerate it. That's your perfect. Now, here we go. Take unto thyself a wife. I'm talking to you. Take unto thyself a wife and obey the ordinance of Allah. Take unto thyself a wife and become a faithful member of society. But examine with care and fix not suddenly. On thy present choice depends thy future happiness. Listen to me, family. If much of her time is destroyed in dress and adornment, she got to be fly all the time. She got to show her bosom. She got to show her behind all the time. And she always got to throw on that makeup. She always got to get all prepped up for nothing. If much of her time is being destroyed in dress and adornment, if she is enamored in her own beauty, don't that look good? Ain't that fine? Do you like a girl with a big butt? Is my breast right? Is one bigger than the other? If much of her time, if she is enamored in her own beauty and delighteth in her own praise, I look good. I look good, you look good. That's my head, that's my hood. I look good, that's all she talk about. And she is delighted in her own praise if she laughs as much and talketh loud. We know them type. They're giggling about nothing. Ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny all the time. They start acting giggling for nothing. I mean, and talketh loud. If her foot abideth not in her father's house, and her eyes with boldness rolls on the face of men. Like if you're walking down the mall and a female just putting her face right into your face, man, you might want to hold up double take. You might want to take a double take on this one, cause she too bold. It said, in her feet, let me go back. In her feet abideth not in her father's house. That doesn't mean the Moorish Temple of America per se. That means that if her feet is not in the house of God, if she's not traveling in the direction to understanding God, if she's not traveling in the direction to unfold, whether that be the church, whether that be the mosque, whether that be whatever, if her feet is not traveling in the direction of God, her feet abideth not in her father's house, and her eyes of boldness rove on the faces of men, though her beauty were as the sun in its firmament of heaven. Turn thy face from her charms, listen, family, turn thy feet from her path, and suffer not thy soul to be ensnared by the allurements of imagination. Here we go. There's the soul again. You have lied to yourself. You have took a woman that wasn't even worthy for a righteous man as yourself, or one who is striving as yourself, and you then took her, you then put in your mind that you can fix her. She done showed all the signs that the Prophet Ali told you to walk away from, but you then took her, and now you suffering your soul to be ensnared. You know what ensnared mean? Y'all ain't never y'all little younger than y'all, little young, a little old. I don't know who y'all at, but right now let me tell you about David Boone. I used to watch them old David Boone thing, and I used to watch how they used to set them traps. They set them traps, and them bear traps. He was ensnared. And every time, now look what ensnared mean. When you ensnared, every time the bear moved, he would tear his flesh. You understand what I'm saying? He would tear his flesh. Islam family, one moment. He would tear his flesh. So when he would tear his flesh, the ensnarement, he could not get away because he was so ensnared. The Prophet Ali said, suffer not thy soul to be ensnared by the allurements of imagination. If you think you're going to get a woman like that and do something, you only imagining stuff. You done lost your mind. Anyway, it's welcome to Moorish World TV. Who I'm speaking with?
This is Brother Knowledge. How you doing, Taharka?
Brother Knowledge, how you doing, my brother? Peace and love. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Seattle.
Man, oh, hey, brother, I got some brothers in Seattle. I can't get the name right now because I'm all hyped up. You know how I do, my brother. I'm all hyped up. How you doing, my brother? Talk to me.
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. Well, I have much respect for you, but I got to say, what a lot of our organizations in the Afro community try to do is we lower our standards, and we've been lowering our standards for over 100 years with the so-called black movement in the 60s. We allowed gays in then, we allowed gays in before that, and now you got Black Lives Matter that is funded by the white boy. I can't.
I'm familiar with. I can't grab the name either, but we with you, my brother.
Yeah, the Black Lives Matters movement is nothing but gays. And a lot of people don't know that a lot of dudes in the Black Panther, even the Black Panther Party was gay. I'm saying we need to raise our standards. If a dude was gay, he don't need to be in no organization. We need real man from get-go, because this is a generational curse thing that goes on. I heard a brother in the chat room make the statement because I said it is actually a curse from the Most High. When a man has a desire to be with another man, he's a bad seed, and the Most High don't want him to reproduce. And the brother said, well, he has a gay cousin that he got 2 children. But what I'm saying is he may reproduce, but that child is going to come out under the influence of homosexuality, and it's going to be bi-gay, and each generation is going to get worse and worse till that seed is no longer reproduced. So I don't think we should. I don't think we should allow anybody into our organizations if they're gay, bro.
Well, I think this, my brother. Don't hang up. I think personally, we have to really begin to understand the faculties of the soul to understand why people do what they do. And as you said, I don't think we should have a professed homosexual within the Moorish Science Temple of America, or rather, in other words, a practicing homosexual in the Moorish Science Temple of America, because that the Moorish Science Temple of America is founded upon family structure. You can't build a family like that. You know, this is one of the things that the European has used against us for quite some time, you know, and you know, and I know, I don't know how old you are, but I know when I was growing up, there was always somebody gay in the community, but we didn't get all in the uproar about it. He was gay or she was gay, and that's just what it was. But what happened is the European have pushed this thing on our youth, and 20 years before today, they begin to push it hard. And so now we got what we have. And so now we have to teach that not so much, we can't run too many people away by trying to demonize it. I think we need to more understand and tell them that there's something that they have to overcome and conquer. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I comprehend what you're saying. The argument that you're using right now is the same argument that was used when a lot of black men back in the days, you remember back in the days when we wouldn't even eat, you know, we didn't even go down on women. You know, we didn't even leak. Black men didn't back
it's
a long time ago.
It's not, brother. That's right.
No, I'm just saying there was a time that, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm saying that we had such high standards.
That's right, brother.
And when we lower these standards and we allow homosexuals to come in, that's when the white boy is able to come in and manipulate. Oh, you know, because you got a lot of people saying, well, you know, Malcolm X was gay, and they coming out with this person was gay and that person was gay. Yeah. And I'm not here to argue that point whether he was or not, because the dude was selling heroin, he was on heroin. I don't know what he was.
You're right.
But I will say this. If we don't raise our standards, Taharka,
I agree, brother.
And every time we lower our standards and you let these people in, they come in with a curse. And I mean, it's a curse. If you believe in God or you believe in the Most High, I'm saying they are a curse and they are to be cast out from among us. And then we will set the standards. And then you know what? Then we'll start to seeing brothers who don't wear freaking skinny jeans. They have infiltrated our culture, and they got our little, well, they ain't got my sons, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got little boys who ain't gay, dressed in are gay. Well, and you know, from what I hear, and I don't want to be too long-winded, but
good, brother.
I hear the curse of agape, and this is what they call it, agape love. You got a lot of brothers talking about, oh man, I got that agape love. Agape actually means to have love with anything. And from what I understand, the curse is actually audible. So when we listen to homosexual rappers, even rappers who are homosexual are infecting us indirectly and directly, especially our culture is being infected with homosexuality. And bro, I'm sorry, we gotta get rid of it.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Do you think that they're salvageable, redeemable? You don't think they can change their ways? Do you think they can change their ways?
Okay, well, let me answer that with this right here. Someone said in the chat room that what it sounds like fear to them. And I'm going to tell you what. They say that the black man is the most homophobic male on the face of the planet. And you know what? I take pride in being, it's just like when you get a generational thing, like say your grandmother and your grandparents got bit by snakes and you have a phobia about snakes, and you're afraid of getting bit by snakes. Well, when the white man came through, he was a homophobe. And when you go through generations of that trauma on your brain of seeing on these plantations where a buck is being broken, where some white boy is scoring him in his butt, or you seeing some little boy is a bed warmer, and he's got to sit at the bed of some white boy that wakes up in the middle of the night and he got to suck this man off. Well, we're supposed to be homophobic because we are the smallest population in America, and homosexuality will kill our numbers. So the black man, if anybody on the planet should be homophobic, which is nothing, it just simply means that you have a psychological embedded fear of something that is dangerous to you. We should be homophobic, but homophobic does not mean that oh, you are afraid of becoming homosexual. It means you have a grotesque detest for this act. So there's nothing we can do with them, brother. We cannot invite them in. You cannot rejuvenate them. What we can do is we can use their ass as spies on the outside. But when it comes in, to joining amongst our little boys and amongst our little girls, we are not to allow them into the inner sanctum. It's kind of like a brother told me, like, you brothers and sisters with the last name Bey. They said that the original Moors gave you, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they said the original African Moors gave nations who wanted to join them the last name Bey because they wanted to keep them at bay, as if you cannot come in. Now this is what I heard.
No, brother. Bey only means governor, like during the old times, right? And just like right now, you have one who create laws and one that governs the law. L means creator, Bey means governor. That's all. It's a title.
Wow. Okay, thank you for correcting that.
Yeah, no problem.
You had a good point about, the etymology of the word Bey, meaning to keep at a distance. That's why I was like, damn, that could be deep, But hey, man, I love your show, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Peace, brother.
Peace and love, family. Hey, and see, on this platform, we gotta let everybody say their portion. I believe all will be redeemed, and it must be done in a conflict that can't be told in words. But see, we can't get mad when somebody has their point of view and somebody expressed their point of view. This brother got some real concerns. And you can't deny this brother concerns. But like he said, man, we done been through some things. But if we can't listen to our brother without our passions, he homophobic. Somebody called me homophobic because I put up a picture today. And all I do is want to discuss the topic. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to allow our people to express themselves and not demonize them for expressing themselves. You get mad because this brother may say, ain't nothing we can do with him. Throw him to the side. But now you want to throw him to the side because he expressed himself. How we going to get somewhere like that? We can't get nowhere like that. So the thing is that we already know that this is a form of genocide. We already know that it's pushed at its highest height on our youth. It's promoted in every area of entertainment. Even in the school now, they're debating about the crazy of a bathroom. At a young age, they want to debate something like that. So the thing is this. My thing is that if those are going through the challenges of homosexuality, if you haven't seen Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, I encourage you to get yourself one and go to the soul of man. Go to the chapter of the soul of man and understand how the soul works, so you can begin to arm yourself when the challenges arise. And not only in that issue, in other issues of life, where you feel as though you should be going in another direction. Understand how the soul works. What you put in is what is going to drive you to go. If you put something crazy in, that's going to be the crazy gas that take you to another level over there in crazy land. If you put truth in it, that's going to be the gas that takes you to paradise, to truth land, whatever that is, But I'm telling you, I'm there. I'm good every day. I'm having a good time. So I say, family, I encourage you to study the soul of man. And now I'm going to go in back to the chapter where he said, the Prophet Noble Ali said, suffer not thy soul to be ensnared by the allurements of imagination. But then he tells you, listen to me, brother. But when thou find sensibility of heart, joined with the softness of manners, an accomplished mind. Hold up, this the part the brothers like. In a form agreeable to thy fancy. That's y'all like. I know it. That's what y'all like. That's what y'all like. Let's do it one more time. But when thou find sensibility of heart, my bad, joined with the softness of manners, an accomplished mind, with the form agreeable to thy fancy. Take her home to thy house. She is worthy to be thy friend, thy companion in life, thy wife of thy bosom. Oh, cherish her as a blessing sent from heaven. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So I see a brother wrote in there, what is the soul of man? The soul of man is a chapter in the Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America have lessons that's predicated upon your natural reaction to situations in life that will take you to the next level in life. That's what the soul of man is, and that's what the Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America is. It's a pamphlet that will develop you to the highest heights of spirituality and social morale. It is what it is. It is what it is. If you don't have one, get one. They have them online. I'm going to have them on my website when the website go up. But you will be able to work on yourself to understand what's happening within yourself. Islam, what's speaking with? Where you coming from?
It's
Conrad, man. Conrad, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Yeah, I didn't.
Hold up, Conrad. You know I got to do my thing. Compton's in the house without a doubt. What's up, brother?
Not much, man. This is off topic or whatever. I just had to say this. First of all, I just want to thank you for answering all the calls and stuff. And it's respectable, you know. A lot of people, I'd say some names, Seti, Sonetta, they don't do that, but you do that, and I appreciate that. Not putting them down and nothing. I watch their stuff too, but I think that's good.
But hold up, Conrad. They are entertainers. I'm a teacher. No, I'm not teaching. Go ahead.
No, but anyway, this is actually for everybody else in the chat. I just think that, you do a good service to the community, and I think it'll be good if, you know what I'm saying, if we could do something for you and send you to Africa, and I think everybody should help out. I think that'll be great. You could go there and bring back some knowledge. This off topic, I apologize,
No, my brother, let me tell you something, Conrad. Man, you my brother, man. I'm telling you, from the first time when you called in the show and me and you went toe-to-toe, brother, I knew you was a good brother at heart. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. And I definitely will put up a GoFundMe for something like that in the near future. And you and I can promote that. You'll be on my marketing team.
All right, for sure, man. All right, I'll let you go. Thank you.
All right, I appreciate you. Hold up, Conrad. Let me say what's up.
Okay.
Compton's in the house without a doubt. I just had to say that. Peace and love, family.
All right, now.
Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's how we do. We got 30 more minutes. So I want y'all to call in. That was Conrad. Send Taharka Bey to Africa. I get excited. Y'all know I get excited. I want to go to the South Sudan. I want to go to Kenya. I want to go see Barack Grandmama. I'm just glad. Coming to Africa, brother Taharka Bey. Oh, man. Islam, family. Who I'm speaking with? My name is Janae. Hold on, sis. Let me catch my breath. I got excited about going to Africa. Okay, here we go, sis. How you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Los Angeles, California.
LA. Hold up. What's that song? I got to think of a song to go with you now. Now I got to remember. But come on, sis, talk to me. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Today is my first day actually watching your channel, and I just wanted to say I salute you. Like, you really on point.
Oh, sis, I appreciate it. See, this is the thing. We come to see that a lot of people don't have enough courage for truth. And so I started doing this about 6 months ago due to that reason. And unfortunately, a lot of Moors have been in the background. They know this truth. They represent this truth, and they're teaching in the temples and the trenches all the time. But it's time for us to take over social media and teach it out to the public. So whether you want to be a Moor, whether you want to put a fez or a turban or not, you should still understand these principles that can help save our lives. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate you, sis. Wait, hey, what part of LA you from? I know South Central. I know a little something. I'm coming up out there. And I need your support. Where you at?
I'm in South Central, but I'm from Louisiana. But I'm in South Central, LA, 88.
Well, sis, I want you to look out for me. I'm trying to get out there this summer. I got some brothers out there that's planning to bring me out there to do a lecture, and I'm gonna bring some brothers with me. And I'm bringing that real. I'm not bringing that nonsense. I'm bringing that real. And not only am I going to bring the real, I'm going to bring some presentations that help people. I'm going to show you where you can buy houses in your neighborhood. I got my brother Moorish Hot going to be with me. We're going to show where you can buy houses in your neighborhood for a little bit of nothing, and you're going to be able to flip them and get some money. And I don't even live on the West Coast, but I'm gonna show you how to do it.
You gotta come to Atlanta, because I'm moving to Atlanta in February, March, King. So you gotta be out there.
Oh, you know, I'm coming. Hey, my mufti, I like you a lot. My mufti Nasir, he's in the chat. Randall Anderson Bey, that's my second stream mufti.
Randall Sareem, all of them. Zenobia, yeah, that's my ops. Nasir, all of them.
I'm coming out there. Hey, sis, we family then. Hold up.
All praises already.
I wish I had the song queued up that we are family, because I play it right now. But I'm definitely coming to the ATL before I even go out west. Absolutely. I'm going to see Heru. I'm going to see my brother. That's one of my spiritual risers. Heru, you know brother Heru? Reniciel?
Oh, yeah. I'm friends with them on Facebook.
Yes, sis. So when you come to
they all some good brothers.
When you come to the ATL, please make sure you go to my brother Heru temple. I think it's Temple 19. No, it is. I ain't thinking. I know. Temple 19 in the ATL. Please go there, sis, and you will be pleasantly impressed, and you will definitely walk away with something.
Most definitely, because I'm a part of the Hebrew community where we all one, but Randall and them been waking me up, Sareem and all of them.
But you know that the Hebrews come into Temple 19 all the time. They function together.
King, you know I'm gonna be up in that thing.
Yeah, sis, come on up in there. Peace and love. I love you, sis.
You too. Love you too, brother.
All right, thanks for calling.
Okay, chill out.
Yeah, stop. See, that's love. See, that's what we talking about. You know what I mean? Heru. Go to my GoFundMe. Support your brother. Heru Reniciel, that's my brother. I can't wait to get that brother on the show. That brother is so spiritually in tune. Man, when I get him on the show, y'all gonna be in for a treat. I yell these lessons. That brother gonna talk to them lessons calm to you. He gonna walk you through it, and you gonna sit there like how you gonna look? Brother Heru, Reniciel, that's my brother. He does some things on them teachers, man. He's very, very insightful. When I was going through some things, that was the brother that I reached out to. When I was going through some things, I had to reach out to my brother Heru, and my brother Heru walked me through some things. And to this day, this is the reason why I'm here right now. And trust me, I'm just not saying that. I'm not stroking my brother ego. I ain't no chump. I ain't no sissy. I'm not soft. I ain't none of those little adjectives. I give honor where honor is due. When I was going through some things around May of last year, I had 3 brothers that I reached out to. And one of them brothers was Heru Reniciel. And Azim Hopkins Bey and brother Sharif Aniel Bey. And these brothers, not to mention my brother Rael in New York, but these brothers, I'm gonna say it again. have ruined ECL. Go to their page. I think their page might be on Temple 19. Some of their videos come up on Moorish TV. Azim Hopkins Bey, Temple 11 in Philadelphia. If you're in Philadelphia, you need to go to Temple number 11. The music that I was playing when the show came on all came out of Temple number 11. And Brother Sharif in Syracuse. These three walked me through the valley of the shadow of death. And when I say walk me through the valley of the shadow of death, I'm not talking about nothing outrageous. It's that I was going through some stuff. And they led me on through. So I'm telling you, if you're there, you will not be let down if you allow yourself to join them brothers at the temple. It is what it is. It is what it is. The sharpest brothers that I've ever come in contact with. Now, I mean, you know what I mean? Some of the sharp, I don't want to say the sharp, I would say some of the sharpest because I've been around a little bit. But I'm telling you, ATL in the building. They in the building, man. We looking real good, man. I want to take a few calls. I thought that somebody, all of this mess, I thought all of this mess that people was throwing up earlier was going to come on the show and they want to attack me or something. That's what I thought. I thought they were going to attack me. You know what I mean? Hit me over the head with some absurd stuff. But listen, my thing is, I'm not on the show to try to humiliate. I'm not on the show to try to be on some witch hunt. Man, listen, at the end of the day, salvation is personal. If you want to go kiss a man in the mouth, it ain't my business. If you want to kiss a woman in the mouth and you're a woman, it ain't my business. But I'm telling you, that's not more science. That's all I'm saying. That's not more science. If you choose to hug a man and you're a man, that's your business. But that's not more science. If you choose to hug a woman and you're a woman, that's your business. That's not more science. That's all I got to say about that. Now, if you mad at me because of that, hey, what can I say? I'm just saying we need to work on ourselves. We need to develop the highest in ourselves. We need to understand that we have the potential to be perfect. I'm going to say it again. We have the potential to be perfect. But the only way that we can become perfect is we have to begin to work on the things that have held us back. And all of those things start right here in the mind. Change your thinking, you'll change your whole world. You will change your whole world. I'm going to put the number back in here because I need y'all to come on and call me up before I get up out of here. Because like I said, this was a good show. And I appreciate y'all, family. I definitely appreciate y'all. Brett Hicks, I got something to say to you, brother. You should call the show, Brett Hicks. I got something to say to you. That's right, because the next show is we're going to be talking about some things. One of these shows next week, the show next week we're going to be talking about marriage. Marriage between Asiatic and European mixed couples. I wanted to do that on the other show, but I couldn't get to it. Because we got stuck talking about the European being nationalized, and rationalized, and all these lies. You know what I'm saying? So we got courts talking about that. Nationalized, rationalized, naturalized, and just a whole bunch of lies. We got all caught up in that. So we couldn't get to it. But we're going to get to it. We're going to talk about what it means to be an Asiatic, married to a European, whether that be male or female. Where do you stand within the paradigm of the Moorish Science Temple of America? I'm going to give you a hint. First of all, the prophet said, I'm sending a divine plea. Let me read. The prophet said, I ain't going to hit you with the divine plea. I'm going to hit you with this. If you go to my channel, on, I mean, not my channel, my page on Facebook. I got a new page on Facebook called Moorish World TV. I want you to go and check out that page. But on the top of that, I got a quote from the Prophet Noble Drew Ali that says, on the top of it, it says, and I'm reading it right now. It says that, let me get it up right now. I'm pulling it up right now, and I want to quote it right now. I done read it a million times. Of course I did, but I want to get it right. It said, come all ye Asiatics. So say, for instance, my brother Brett Hicks, he's an Asiatic, but he may be married to a European. Hypothetically speaking, I don't know you. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, come all ye Asiatics. He ain't say, if you married to a European, don't come. He ain't said if you fell in love and got children with a European, don't come. He said, all you Asiatics of America, come hear the truth about your nationality and birthrights, because you are not Negroes. And I'll add, color folks, African American, Afro-American, and all the other little adjectives that they done gave you. You know what I mean? He said, come all ye Asiatics of America and hear the truth about your nationality and birthrights, that you are not Negroes. Learn of your forefathers' ancient and divine creed. What that means is, if you find yourself have fallen in love with a European woman and y'all have kids together and y'all have a beautiful family together, but you have discovered who you are, that doesn't stop you from joining the Moorish Science Temple of America. You just gonna have to work something out with your wife. She's gonna have to understand that you are Moorish American. No different when a Chinese man marry a European or an Asiatic. They got different cultures. They got to learn to work together and understand it. It is what it is. But that should not stop you from becoming a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Now, would your wife be able to join? No, she has a nationality. She has a nationality. And the Prophet is calling all Asiatics, period, point blank. But we're going to do a show on that pretty soon. We're going to do a show on that, and we're going to do a show on sending me to Africa. I want to go to Africa. Conrad say, send me to Africa. That's what he said. I heard him. I don't know what y'all heard, but I heard him. So with that being said, I'm going to wait for a few calls real quick because time is running short now. And I want to speak to everybody real quick before I roll out here. Brett Hicks, you my man. Peace and love. Riri D, that's right, Riri D. Fight that out with your partner. That's right. You fight that with them. But if you're Asiatic, join the Moorish Science Temple of America, learn of your birthrights and your forefathers' national divine creed. Prayer point blank. You know what I mean? Anybody else want to call up, y'all can call up. I'm about to shut it down because I think we did a good job in addressing this. I'm going to be adding some more shows soon. I'll be adding more shows because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Prophet Ngozi E1B1. I want to talk about the E1B1 prophet, Ngozi. You know, he's the social media prophet. You know what I mean? He said he got a new Moorish movement. His name Prophet Ngozi E1B1. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. Johnny, you call back. I'll probably go live again Tuesday or Wednesday. Give everybody a shout out. That's right. I mean, it is what it is. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a whole show. Since Ngozi E1B1 want to be famous, I'm going to make them famous here at the production of Moorish World TV. All right? Hey, he is the Prophet E1B1. That's what it is. Yeah, I tell you, he got a scepter and everything. It's like the swirly little joint for the DNA sign. You know, the little swirly joint. I think they call him double helix or something like that. That's what they call it, something like that. I think they call it, I'm not sure. See, I'm not a scholar. I don't know. But I think it's called a double helix or something. A helix or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. But I tell you, the E1B1 prophet, I'm going to get him on the show. He don't want to come on the show no more. He said I talk too loud, I overtalk him and all that stuff. Hey, instead of a crown of thorns, he got the double helix around his head. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Let me show y'all real quick before I get up out of here. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I think I got something. Let me see. Let me look real quick before I go. I gotta share this with y'all. I am working on some things. I'm telling you, I really am working on some things, and we're gonna get all these people out here, and we're gonna get them on deck, and we're gonna have them looking good. We're gonna have them look good one of these days, because these prophets on social media, they are a piece of work, man. Y'all been following Ngozi E1B1. Man, they are a piece of work. I mean, they get mad. He has deleted me 3 or 4 times. For real. He done kicked me off his demonstration 3 or 4 times. I ain't do nothing. I just said that he's a social media prophet. That's all I said. I ain't say nothing else. I say he's a social media prophet, and we honor and respect him. That's all I said, and he deleted me. Then he came back, and then we was friends again, and then he deleted me again. I said, what is the problem? I ain't do nothing. But anyway, I want to show y'all. We got Ngozi E1B1. Let me see if I can throw him up here real quick. See if I can get somebody to see. There we go. We're gonna throw him up here real quick. Family, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere, because we're gonna see the prophet E1B1. Look, I've been working on. I've been trying to get in contact with him, but he just sent me a picture of himself because he's so divine right now. His name Ngozi E1B1. There you go. There you go. He's the social media prophet, y'all. His name Ngozi E1B1. There you go, family. Look, he got the double helix on his head. I'm telling you, he is the social media prophet. He is the new Moorish prophet. Oh, man, he is Ngozi E1B1. He is the one that's going to save social media. He walking his hand with the helix, the double helix. This is Ngozi E1B1. He will save you from nothing. He will tell you a whole bunch of nonsense. Only thing he know is E1B1. He know about the marshlands up in Tunisia. He know about the marshlands all the way down in the Sudan. But the only thing he gonna say out his mouth, look at your neighbor and say out his mouth, is E1B1. Look at his eyes, family. He knows something, family. That is Ngozi E1B1. He knows something that you don't. So y'all better beware of the E1B1 prophet. He will save you. Let me stop. Hey, I know you said why I do Ngozi like that, right? Let me tell you why I do Ngozi like that. Ngozi has been on social media making rants and lies about Prophet Noble Drew Ali for the last 2 weeks. He now calls himself the new Moor generation, but his name is Ngozi E1B1. He is the social media prophet to tell you a whole bunch about nothing. A whole bunch about nothing. Yeah, there you go. Look at his eyes. I gotta go. That's it. I want to be your friend. That's it. I want to be your friend. I'm done. That's it. Now I'm telling you, man, you can't talk about my prophet and think I'm going to take it laying down. Come on, man. That man called Prophet Noble Drew Ali everything but the Son of God, man. This man is terrible. He's terrible. All right. So we're going to leave it at that, man. All right. Let me go out with this one, man. I'm going to go out like this. Real quick. Let's go out like this. Time's up. Time's up. All right. Time's up. Nope. Time's up. Time's up and goes in, y'all. OB1 Kano E1. Nah, He masquerading like a Moor. He not a Moor, Red Rock. He masquerading like a Moor, playing games with the prophets' teachers. You know, that's what he doing. But anyway, that's what he doing. There we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's right.
Time's up, hands down. Watch out for the rap, you going to drown. Our best in the sand is going down. Still being niggers and black, you don't count.
Hey,
time's up.
Time's up. Hands down.
Watch out for the rap, you going to drown.
Listen.
Our drip in the sand is going down. Still being niggers and black, you don't count. Slave down, yo. Prophet gave us 7 acts. Gave us 7 laws. Gave us 7 wax.
Hey, that's Conquer the Physical. That's my brothers from Philly. Yeah. Peace and love. I want thank my brother Nasir. I want to thank all y'all for hanging out with me. Hey, like I said, if I want to thank all y'all for hanging out with me. Hopefully y'all learned something. Hopefully y'all learned something that y'all can take with y'all. You know what I mean? Understand, man, that we all got work to do. Let me cut this real quick before I sign off. I want to say, man, on a serious note, I like to play, man. I mean, I'm not playing for real. I mean, but I'm just a happy, goofy guy. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not a buffoon. I'm just a happy, goofy guy sometimes. But on the real, man, I want to thank y'all, man, for joining me. I want to thank y'all for supporting. I want to thank my brother Nasir for taking his time out of his busy schedule, because he does a lot. Taking his time out of his busy schedule to monitor the chat, man, so we can keep things in order. Because we know the disrespect can get to a level, man, that's unrighteous, and man, it can cause a whole bunch of issues in the long run. And what we want to do is we want to go across the country and teach more science. We don't want to go across the country with conflict, you know what I mean? We don't have a problem with addressing it as it shows itself, but we want to keep it to a minimum so we can go and teach our people. Because ultimately, we just want to teach people to learn to love instead of hate. We don't want to teach people that the Moors is back to conquer, to beat them over the head. The Moors is back to condemn you of your evil ways. The Moors is back to do something crazy because what you have done to us. We only want to wake up the people and teach people to learn to love instead of hate, as instructed by our prophet Noble Drew Ali. Whether you gay, whether you are straight, whether you are a lesbian, or whatever you are, know that these things are put before you for you to overcome, not to dwell in. And you don't have to prove anything to me or your friends or your family, but the things that you are wrestling with or that you are struggling with, don't worry. Struggle is ordained, as it says in the Holy Koran of Mecca. Struggle is ordained. If it wasn't for struggle, you wouldn't have that foe to overcome, to develop the strength and the thought that you will develop from that struggle. So don't worry about that, man. I'm not going to demonize you, man. We all got our problems, man. You know, so sister, brother, special shout out to the sister that reached out to me in the inbox that told me that she was a lesbian for quite some time and more. Special shout out to her. You know, I salute you for your courage, but know that we all have problems that we must overcome, whether it be homosexuality or whether you just be a kleptomaniac and like steal pencils from the local library or something. I don't know. But we all have problems. So with that, I said peace in Islam, family. I see y'all next time. I'm going to try to do a special show on Tuesday. So look out for the posts on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, I want you to hit me at Taharka Bey. If you go to Moorish World TV on Facebook too and subscribe, because I'm going to be putting a lot of information up there as it refers to Moors. And I encourage y'all to put some intellectual, uplifting, inspiring stuff on the page also. I'm going to leave the page open for everybody to put stuff on there so each one can teach one. And with that, I said peace and love, family. I'm up out of here. I see y'all maybe on Tuesday, but definitely on Wednesday. Peace and love.